Welcome, everybody, to episode 36 of The Effing Title, and we are presenting to you the NFL Week 5 review and NFL Week 6 preview with my guests. Don't bother reading the entire thing up top because one of them isn't here. We only got Fedge tonight. Fedge? We got the best of the two. Let's be honest here.
Let's be honest. We all know that. We all know that.
We got the best of the two.
The picks don't matter. Let's be honest. I mean, it's just we're here for good times, and just Scratchy just doesn't provide that. You know, who cares if he's decided to play it safe and just pick all the easy ones? You know, like that's not what we're here for.
But speaking of picks, let's take a look at what we got going on for picks right now. So, as of week 5 picks, Scratchy went 10-4. Meanwhile, me and Fedge tied at 8-6 for last week. So overall, we're still staying pretty positive. I feel. I feel like the only person that's had a negative so far is actually Scratchy week 1.
Scratchy week 1, right?
Week 1, I think Scratchy went negative.
That's why we don't listen to him.
Exactly. And everybody, and since then, we've all been positive. Then we got the total picks. Scratchy has actually finally caught up to me. We are now tied at 49-28. And Jeff, you have a nice 42-35.
I'm good, dude. 500 record, I'll take it. Yeah. Obviously, it's about 500, ladies and gentlemen. But
yeah, we don't want to do any. We don't want to figure out math. This is This is sports. And while we're talking sports. COVID-19 in the NFL. Might as well bring it up again. Now that I actually have you on the mics this week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want me to talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
My personal feeling is that, I think I said it from day one after our first podcast. I was wondering if we'd get through the season. And I'm going to tell you right now, if the NFL doesn't start backing what they're saying, which I don't expect them to do, because why? They've never done it before, then the season's going to go off without a hitch because they'll just figure out ways to make things happen. But on the same side of things, you still have issues with some teams. Obviously Cam's coming back this week. From what it says, I'm not sure what Gilmore's status is because they've not released that yet. But obviously the Titans, as everyone saw last night, seem to be in pretty good spirits with what they had. I mean, they're missing a couple 2-tree players, but other than that, I think it went off pretty good for them as well. Yeah. Was it 3?
I don't know. I just love the,
I know that
just love the couple
Corey
2-tree.
Davis and Adam Humphries. As far as actual players, they're all actual players, but like as far as contributing players, that's a good word. I'm going to use that. As far as contributing players go, but yeah. I mean, other than that, it hasn't been too bad. It's just you kind of wonder if it's going to start compiling up as these teams play each other and more people get announced. But...
Oh yeah, and the wild one right now, especially, is I think if I remember right, one of I think it's the Georgia Bama game is being either canceled or postponed, or like Nick Saban. I think Nick has it. Yeah, Nick tested positive. Yeah, so
that's gonna do it. Yeah, that's rough. Tough situation.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I still feel like something needs to happen. If let's put it like this: if there's another positive test this week, something needs to fucking happen. Like it needs to happen. Like a big.
As far as from who?
For anyone. For instance, because if you look at the last few weeks, right, we've had teams after teams after teams almost testing positive. If that shit happens again this week, I feel like the NFL has to do something. Like, they can't just do this, okay, we're going to be quote-unquote flexible, anymore. They can't say that shit.
That's the thing. Is, they made a lot of, I'm not making up excuses. I think everyone knows I'm a Bills fan, but I'm not making excuses up for them. They didn't play well. That's what it comes down to. So... my thing is you tell them one thing and you go the other. You're adapting the schedule for the NFL for this franchise as far as the Titans go. Not changing 1 week, but 2 weeks you're changing games. Now that becomes a concern going forward because now you've almost set a precedent. So if say the closest one I think is going to be the Patriots. Mm-hmm. But if the Patriots, as far as positive tests already, but if the Patriots break out in something, are the NFL going to make the same?
Yeah, they're going to do everything possible to make
everything in their power to try to do that. Because if that happens, okay, then the Patriots move 2 games back, say, then it's you set a precedence now, and the fact that the NFL came out and said that the Titans didn't actually, whatever you want to call it, go against any of their COVID restrictions or whatever is a pile. But that's another story for another day.
I'm still saying in between week 8 and week 9 we should just have a full bye for every team.
Oh yeah, no, that's been
mid fucking season, drop that bitch right in the middle of the season. Boom, everyone gets a bye week this week.
So what do you do with people who have buys the following week? Do they get that full 2 weeks?
Yeah, they get 2 weeks. It's just, because that's
before or following.
That's just kind of the luck of the draw, because it's that sort of thing, really. Because everybody technically would get 2 weeks. Technically, it's just that some teams would get lucky with 2. I mean, shit, Tennessee. We talked about it last night. Tennessee got 2 weeks to get ready for the Bills. That's the easiest way to think about that. That entire game. That's the easiest way to think about it. They got 2 weeks to get ready for the Bills. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you get 2 weeks to get ready for a team, either 1, you're overdoing it and you're going to lose by a shit ton, or 2, you're going to go in and you're going to do what happened last night. Really. So I just
they were prepared. Yeah, we'll give them that. But
that's the thing is I feel like it's something, either that or of course it's not going to happen now because we're already in week 6. But give a revision of the schedule, turn it a little bit different. Just something. If this continues to go the way it could, let's put it like that. But anyways, off of the negative and to the more negative, let's get to the schedule and the week 6 preview. All right. To start off the week, we don't have any fucking Thursday night football.
Thank you, Titans.
Yep. So we have Broncos at Patriots. I'm picking Patriots.
See, this one's tough for me. I mean, the defense, I feel like, of the Patriots is going to struggle if Gilmore doesn't come back. But I think I'm still going to have to go with the Patriots on this one.
All right.
I think I'm going to have to do it.
Rob Scratchy went Patriots 21-12. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, is Drew Luck back?
If Drew Lock is back, it definitely adds a different.
That changes everything. In my opinion.
If Drew Lock is back and Gilmore is out, it changes everything.
Yes.
If Drew Lock is not back and Gilmore's not back, I still give the edge to the Patriots because they have Cam Newton. They have a better quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
If Drew Lock is back and Gilmore's back, still give it back to the Patriots.
Yeah, I think that Cam being back this week he's going to be wanting to make his statement. That's my thinking with the whole thing, is he's going to want to make a statement because you've seen how he's played so far. He had to take, what was it, 2 weeks, a week, so
about 10 days probably.
Yeah, so I mean, he wants to come back and he wants to make a statement.
More, because he has been out last 2 games, huh?
Yeah.
Because he missed 1 game, and then this week he was with their technical bye week, I guess.
So I mean, that's my thing.
That's true.
I think this is going to be, like Rob has his pretty close game, but still far enough where, this is,
it's never in doubt. It's
exactly.
close, but it's not gonna be a real barn burner here. It's gonna be taken in hand by the Patriots, and they'll let him stick around because Cam probably still come out rusty. I mean, it's just. The Denver Broncos defense is, I feel like, getting better and better, and I mean they might have been able to get a little healthier on that defense too, with the extra time off, so could help them too. You never know.
True. Texans at Titans. This one was a tough one for me, but I'm going Tennessee. I gotta go Titans.
Ooh, I think I'm going to go Texans with this one.
Texans? All right. Rob, Scratchy, geez, I'm going to do that all night. Scratchy also went Texans, and this is showing you just how close this one is. 25-24. This is going to be a good game, no matter what. This will be a good game. I'm going Texans for 2 reasons. One, I just think the Texans right now are a more complete team.
The Titans are?
Yeah, the Titans. The Titans are a more complete team, where the Texans are becoming a complete team now that they don't have Bill O'Brien there. I think Romeo is going to make a lot of things easier for the players there and everything. Plus, also from everything I've heard, nobody likes fucking Bill O'Brien. Everyone loves Romeo. Like
Huh?
so that's my first thing. I mean, like that. But then the second thing, and this is the selfish Raven fan of me. There have been rumors in the interwebs that Baltimore is going to look to trade for J.J. Watt.
What? What the?
So
what does your defense need J.J. Watt for?
we don't, but you know what though? I mean, like I'm never gonna look.
No.
I'm not gonna say no to more firepower. I mean,
I can't see that happening.
I can't
man,
either, but it's something that I've been seeing, and as well, I don't really like JJ Watt because he's always fucking hurt. But then I started when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, okay, fuck off. And then I sat down, and I started I saw it when I was going to bed. I was looking through Instagram, and I saw it, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, Derek Wolfe, Calais Campbell, Brandon Williams, JJ Watt.
No, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Solid,
at that point, as soon as I said it out loud, then I was like, oh, now I see why they want to do it, And I think that my big thing with it is the fact of, and of course, this is not talking about this game, but the big reason why I think that they would want to do it is because our pass rush still isn't there. We haven't had a pass rush since Suggs left, honestly. Judon doesn't really do Judon isn't getting it done. The rookies, Tyus Bowser, Jalen Ferguson, those guys aren't getting it done. Bringing in someone like J.J. Watt could help elevate that. Because like I said, last week we had a fucking career 5 defensive backs with sacks.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's good, but at the same time... At the same time, though, it's like, is it?
You have to find other. I mean, that's the thing is, you guys find ways to get pressure, and
exactly.
If that's why you need to get pressure. You need to get pressure that way. I mean,
but speaking of Texans Titans, I think the Titans are too much for the Texans right now. I think later in the year it'll be a different story, but right this second.
See, I don't think because that was the problem with watching the game last night is there was no pressure from the Bills front, and I think the Texans can get after Ryan Tannehill. With that defensive line, I feel like they can provide more of a presence. And, I mean, Bills, Henry's obviously not 100%. Yeah, everyone's throwing around the meme of him tossing Josh Norman. But the guy's not 100%. I mean, he got maybe half the carries he would normally get in a game like that. The Bills had 19. I mean, I shouldn't say half carries because he still had 19 carries, but he had 19 touches and only had 57 yards. That's not a Derrick Henry performance.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I mean, he's ailing over something. You shut down the run, force Ryan Tannehill to beat you, but the thing is, you got to have integrity on the outside to handle those bootlegs. And I think the Texans will be able to do it. The Titans are more of a The Texans are more of a I don't want to say running, but the Titans have been more susceptible to the running game, and I think David Johnson should be able to run wild this weekend. It's a combination with that and Deshaun, I think, getting back playing his game. Josh Allen was a little beat up, so he couldn't use his legs as much as I would like to see him use his legs last game. But no, that's why I'm going Texans this week. I just think, I think it's gonna be a high scoring game, honestly. But it's gonna be a good one.
I think it's
a good one. And you're coming off a Tuesday night win after everyone picked you and going for a high. You could have a little bit of a letdown. It's just. But the thing is, it comes down to this is a division game. Division games are always tough. I don't care who you are. Whether your team's 16 or 15-0 against their own 15, your division game. Yeah, there's
always something about. There's always something different about a division game, right? Like.
Yep. Oh, it is. So.
All right, so Browns ass Steelers going to Pittsburgh.
Here you go, another division game.
Yep, I'm going Steelers. I'm going Pitt.
Who's Rob going this one?
Rob's going Browns 24-20. Rob beforehand told me that he's picked the Browns for the last 5 weeks in a row. I don't know if that's true or not, but it wouldn't surprise me.
I want to fact check that.
I can fully check it, but it's going to take me a little bit. But
I'm going to go with the Steelers this week.
Yeah, you went Browns last week, right?
I did not. No. I probably never picked the Browns. But that's a different story.
I don't think. Week 1, they come out and they play Baltimore, and they look like absolute dog trash, right? And then ever since then, they've just been beating the shit out of every team they've played. And then you look at the teams, and it's like, oh, okay. I don't see it happening again. Like I don't.
And honestly, that's my issue. Is they've been playing, teams that aren't as good as them. But the thing is Baker Mayfield struggles against good defenses. It's going to come down to if the Browns. I mean, I still think they're the leading rushing team in the NFL, and if it's going to come down to them, if they're going to be able to rush the ball against Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, you look at this, right? So they went Cincinnati, Washington, Dallas, Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Like none of those are good, like really good defensive units there, exactly. Right? Like,
yeah. Oh, and that's the thing. So Pittsburgh comes. I mean, so your running team. That's how Baker Mayfield gets his off-play action, which a lot of quarterbacks do, but I'm still not sold on Baker Mayfield. But you're going against a team that was, before last game, I don't know where they're at now, but they were averaging 55 yards a game giving up on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
They did let a long one to Miles Sanders go on a draw. It was like, I don't want to say 3rd and 11, 3rd and 9, something like that. It took it 74 yards to the house. But they still only end up with, I think, 100 yards rushing, giving up. So, I mean, they have a solid run defense. Yeah, there are times they could be susceptible on the back end, but it's going to come down to, do you really think that that they're going to be able, that the Browns are going to be able to beat them on the back end? Yeah. The Browns, the thing is, I don't think they can line up and go toe-to-toe with anyone. They rely on trick plays. They rely on deception. They rely on, that's the thing. I don't think.
And I'm looking
against a speedy.
I'm looking here right here on ESPN. It says, and it's week 2 when they start this win streak. Nick Chubb, 124 yards. Chubb, 108 yards. The next highest rusher the following week was, I'm assuming this is Duke Johnson. It just says Johnson. I'm assuming
it's Dernist.
Oh, Dernist, right. Dernist, shit.
Dernist.
So Dernist Johnson with 95 yards, right? This past week, it was Kareem Hunt with 72 yards, and Baker had the most yards he's thrown all season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to do that against.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're going to have to switch because of Chubb being injured. I mean, that's huge for that offense, and it kind of went through Chubb. But yeah, it's going to be. I think it'll be a good game. It goes back down to division games.
Yeah,
always tough.
Especially. I mean, it's division games and also AFC North division games. It's like minus the Bengals. But it's like Steelers, Browns, Ravens. Anytime any one of those teams fucking play, it's going to be a bloodbath. Like.
And I mean, I don't see enough from the Browns. I think I picked the Browns one time. I think I was to upset you guys, but but it's just I don't think there's enough firepower on the defense to stop Big Ben, James Conner, James Washington if he's healthy this week.
The emergence of Chase Claypool,
obviously Juju, and then Chase Claypool is huge emergence.
Fucking exploded.
And then you have the dude there, Deontay Johnson as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 4 viable receivers in that offense. If they want to go 4 wide and have James Conner next to Big Ben in the backfield, guess what? They can.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to be able to do it now.
And of course, this is one that me and Rob were talking about. I think it was before you got on, but with it being Pittsburgh, this is the only reason why I'm going to say that potential. What if they go fucking get Le'Veon? What if they bring Bell back?
Will they bring him back? Come on.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like, will they? I doubt it. But at the same time, though, like, could they?
Will he want to go back there? I don't think he wants to go back there. He has no interest.
That's the thing. I don't know if he does or not. But my thing is this: is that like, if he does go back there, for a fact, it's literally just he can go back there and hit play this fucking weekend if he did.
Probably right.
So, I mean, that could be, like, just throwing it out, there's a potential, for everyone out there, but, like, that could be a potential fucking huge, kind of game changer.
It'd be crazy, yeah. I could see him going to the Bears with losing, because they'll just having Montgomery there now.
Yep.
That's my pick.
I saw one saying about Baltimore was looking at him, and I was like, well, yeah, no shit, it's Baltimore. We look at it, like, any big name free agent becomes available, we're probably going to look at him.
The thing is, if you're an NFL team, you're not looking at him. I don't care who's in your back. If you're not looking at him, there's something wrong.
Yeah. But I can see
kick tires. I don't care.
Yeah, I can see
you're doing something wrong if you're not.
I could definitely see Bears. The other one that I think would be interesting to see, I don't know if it would happen or not. And the only reason I'm saying this right now is because I'm looking at it. Jacksonville.
You could, yeah.
Bring him in. And the only reason why I would do it is to bring him in to help teach Robinson.
Yeah.
Because all I would do is sign him for 1 year. 1 year.
I'm not even doing this as a home job. I think it would be interesting to see him go to Buffalo. I was just telling you, Buffalo they have, I think they're last in the league right now in rush yards per game at 94 yards. Last. Bring him in.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know if they're limiting Josh running the ball, or if Josh is limiting Josh running the ball, or if injury concern, or he did bang up his shoulder last game. I don't know if it's
it's one of those things. It's like when Josh is running the ball as much as he is, or as much as it seems like he is. Do you really need to worry about fucking the running backs? Like, fuck them. Like,
Yeah, you need to though. You need to establish a game where that they can just sit back like the Titans did last game and just chill there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Ravens at Eagles. Ravens.
You're not going the Eagles?
No, I'm not going the Eagles.
Why not?
Not this time.
They're looking really good over there.
I know.
I'm just kidding. Ravens all the way.
Yeah, this is the second clean sweep of the night. Rob is also picking Ravens. This is one of his two blowout games. This is gonna be 42-19. Scratchy says. Yeah, this is gonna.
I don't even know if that offense is gonna be able to put up that. That offense is in disarray. It's an issue. Fulgham or whatever his name is looking good, but he's not good. I'm not seeing him as a number one receiver right now. Just not.
Well, my thing is this: Fulgham's looking good. Yeah, I like, and I've said it for the last few weeks, is that anytime Wentz fucks up, he gets a pass.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because he's Carson Wentz.
Exactly. Anytime Lamar fucks up, what's the immediate reaction?
He's a running back. Collins is different.
Yeah, it's bullshit. That's what it is. I'm like, if Wentz is the god quarterback that he is, he should be able to make receivers. Right? I've always thought that if you're such a good quarterback, you should be able to make the receivers even better. Shit.
To an extent, yes.
Yeah, to an extent. Chris Hogan in New England. Yeah, he was a stud. He's not anymore, really. Or, he wasn't. And then he went and played
now.
Well, yeah. But, before Brady wasn't anything. Went to New England, played with Brady, did well, and now he's old, and I think he's playing for the Jets. So, it's, his career's
he just
over.
Injured himself last week, so.
That's my thing, is that, Wentz may be starting to build Fulgham up. Great. If Fulgham is the number one target right now, that means that he has the attention of Marlon Humphrey, which means he's not fucking getting barely anything.
Yeah, that's the problem with this game. You don't really have a number one, in my opinion, in Philly. If they decide to go with any, they're not going to go. I think that's a wrong move. They should not be moving anyone around this game. No one should be shadowing anyone. This is just a lineup. You're a better team.
I've kind of noticed it, depending on what the play is. Baltimore will line up with shadowing people, but there's sometimes where we will not. There's a lot of smoke and shadows with a lot of what we do on defense.
The other thing you got to think about though is from what I'm hearing, they should actually get both Alshon and Deshaun back this week, which does add a new dimension to that offense. With those two playmakers, it is different.
If that happens, then I can definitely see shadowing happen.
Oh, 100%, yes. Yeah, if Alshon or Deshaun are back, someone's got to shadow. That's, no question. But that's the thing, is it was something stupid, though. I understand that you can say, you should elevate receivers and all that, but a lot of the NFL now is timing passes, and that's why I give Carson Wentz a little bit of a pass, is because he's had the most receivers go through his lineups of anyone over the past 4 years. It's insane. It's timing. I understand. Yes, you should be able to, and there's a lot of throws mechanics that he does miss. I'm not saying he's top 5, might not even be a top 10 quarterback. It's just.
All right, he's to me, he's the guy where it's like the Wentz, the Bradford, that core group of people where it's like, this guy's incredible, but yet he hasn't fucking done anything. But anytime he fucks up though, it's like, oh yeah, it's just he's having a bad game. You know, it's like, just fucking call him out. Just call him out already. Like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, maybe you need to. Go right on his Twitch.
I should. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Hey, hurts, don't it? But yeah, no. Washington.
But yeah, I still don't think it's a close game either way. I mean,
I don't know if it's going to be close or not because our offense is explosive a lot of times, but Lamar, ever since the fucking Chiefs game, has not looked the same, bro. From week one up until the Chiefs game, and then from the Chiefs game after, Lamar has not looked the same.
Honestly, I don't think I've watched any Ravens games besides the Chiefs Ravens.
Yeah, no, he hasn't really looked the same since then. It's a lot of, and it's weird. We're fucking throwing the ball a lot more than I thought we would be doing. Let's put it like that. We basically have Mark Andrews and a bunch of people that are trying to make the names of themselves, and we're throwing the ball more than we're running it. It's like I trust Lamar throwing, but not that much. Like, you know, let's get back to basics. Let's get back to punching people in the mouth. But I'm also wondering if this is all part of Greg Roman and John Harbaugh's thinking of, like, first half of the season, you know, maybe 2/3 of the season, kind of do this a little bit more throwing, kind of then pound them, and then the last part of the season fucking flip the script and just beat the shit out of teams when it gets cold.
Yep.
Because we've seen that from Baltimore before, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So maybe that's what they're doing. They're saving their guys, you know?
Maybe.
Saving them.
You know, that's where you're going to get all the points from Dobbins is right there.
Yeah. I got rid of that bum.
Yeah, I know you did. Washington at Giants.
This is probably one of the tougher matchups this week.
Oh, there's a few of them after this one, bro. Like,
yeah,
there's a few of them.
I mean, it's a tough pick. Did you say you're going Washington?
I'm going Washington.
Who's Rob going with?
Rob is going Giants 23-17. Because so the main reason I'll give you the main reasons why as well. So Rob, I told Rob the game. He said this is awful. He said this is awful. First of all, I think it was, and then he said, "Who's the quarterback?" And I said Kyle Allen, and then he immediately said Giants. Like,
what?
Yeah.
You should ask them. Name any people on the Giants defense. That's what you should be asking. Washington's winning this game.
Yeah, I just think my whole reason for picking Washington is I don't give a fuck who's in a quarterback. Nothing's happening when it gets that D line. Like, that Giants O line is.
Yep.
And as you know, our old coach, you know, Coach Russell used to say, the best pass coverage is a good pass rush. So.
And they have one.
Yeah, and they have one. So.
I'll give the Giants credit. I mean, Devonta Freeman has actually looked pretty good last game. He's going to get more comfortable in that offense. Darius Slayton coming into his own. Evan Ingram actually, I think, had his first big game. Actually got another one called back on a fake punt last week.
That was so bad.
Was booty.
So bad.
Whatever. But I mean, yeah, the offense is looking good, but that D line, I mean, they might not go against a better D line this year. Yeah. And my biggest problem, Daniel Jones is good when you can sit there and read the defense. The D line's not going to give him the ability to do that. And even last week, I was watching a lot throwing off his back foot. I cannot stand quarterbacks throwing off their back foot. He doesn't have that great of an arm. He has a above average arm, but not that great of an arm.
Yeah, I still don't get the reasoning behind them drafting him, you know, but like, yeah, he seems like a mid-career Eli Manning, like literally middle of Eli Manning's career, boom, that's what Daniel Jones is right now. You know, like, it's not going to get any better, it's not going to get any worse, like, it's just going to get worse, like, you know. I don't know. I mean, like, my biggest thing is, like you said, if he just stands there and he's just reading the field, like, cool. How many times do you just get to stand there as a quarterback and literally just read the field?
Yeah, especially, I mean, you can get it every now and again, but against that defensive front, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, against that defense front with that offensive line, ain't happening.
And they're only going to get better, too, and that's the thing.
And the big question as well is, I don't know or not, is Chase Young back?
That's what I was gonna say. I believe he's coming back, and
I mean, if he's back, it's just gonna elevate it a little bit more. But anyway, so here's the next show of a game that we have for this week. The week 6 lineup is just absolute fucking nightmares. Falcons, Vikings.
Who you got? Anyone but Atlanta.
A-B-A. Anybody but Atlanta. I'm going Minnesota.
Who's wrong?
I've got Minnesota 32-27.
I'm going Atlanta.
Ooh!
I am going Atlanta for the simple fact that Dalvin Cook is not going to be there. Dalvin Cook's not there. If Julio Jones plays and he got full rest, I'm hoping he can freaking come in and play. And Raheem Morris taking over as interim head coach. Get a little spark for that team. This is not a playoff team whatsoever, but Atlanta wins one for Raheem.
Yeah, see, I want to see a week or two of Raheem and see what it looks like with Raheem at the captain seat before I change my ABA status. But as of right now, I'm sticking ABA for the rest of this fucking season. Anybody but Atlanta. It's even with Dalvin Cook out. I mean, I still feel like the Vikings should be able to take advantage of this team. But I mean,
they should. I agree. And I mean, Alexander Mattison's no pushover coming in off the bench, but he's no Dalvin Cook.
He isn't. So my other thing is that I think now it comes down to coaching. And after last week, with some of the fucking calls that Washington made, aka giving it to Madison, on that, which we all talked about, and
still the right call. They should have given him the rock. Go for the W.
I mean, I'm going field goal, bro. I'm always, get the points.
Nope, not believing it.
Get the points.
Either way, Russell Wilson beats you.
Who's the best player on the team?
What? What team would look
Vikings.
That wasn't injured?
Nope. Who's the best player?
Dalvin Cook.
Where's Dalvin Cook?
On the sidelines.
Field goal.
4th and inches.
Field goal.
84% of the time, it's converted with a sneak.
Field goal.
Kirk Cousins, send it.
Yeah, even more. Fucking definitely field goal.
84% of the time, 4th and 1 is converted with a sneak. You sneak the ball. I don't agree with the play call. It's the same thing that happened with frickin' Seattle, the game they played against the Patriots. They knew what was coming. They knew it was going over the right guard or the right side of the ball with the running back, with the fullback coming through. Like, you knew the play was coming. You knew what they were going for. You knew what the Patriots were doing. You knew the Patriots were going power with Cam.
Yep.
And Seattle shut it down. They can adjust there. They would not have been okay with a sneak. The sneak, like I said, gets converted 84% of the time. 84% of the time, you sneak. No, you sneak the ball 100% of the time. Just freaking sneak it. Come on.
See, this thing is like I will 100% agree with you on this every time, but I still do not trust Kirk Cousins.
Don't trust him throwing the ball. I trust him grabbing the ball and freaking following his lineman.
I don't follow him. I don't trust him. I don't trust him throwing the ball either.
Everyone should be breaking his back, pushing him forward. He should get an inch. It's a freaking inch. Go for it.
Lions at Jacksonville.
Oh my goodness.
Lions at Jacksonville. Told you, bro. It just gets worse. Just keep waiting. It's more fun. More fun as the night goes on. Lions of Jags. I'm going Lions. Scratchy's going Lions 26-22.
I'm going to go Lions, and I'm going to say simply because quarterback play.
Yep.
And the fact that you have freaking a bye week last week for the Lions. Lions are going to come back healthier. They should be able to push the Jaguars all around. Jaguars still are a young team. And Stafford should be able to just throw it all over the yard.
And that's why I'm leaning more towards is the fact of the Lions, even though they are not that great of a team, they are a more established team than Jacksonville is right now.
Kenny Galladay goes for 2 touchdowns and 200 yards.
I think. Oh wow, Jesus. Okay.
Adrian Peterson runs all over.
Adrian Peterson's gonna have a field day. Jacksonville, I think, is one of those. I think Jacksonville, and I think we're gonna be in a year or two. If Jacksonville can keep the fucking players actually in Jacksonville and happy in a year or two, if they just continue to build and just reload that.
Might as well keep your statement going because that's not going to happen.
Oh, so. I know, but I'm just saying.
Like, you might as well stop right now, buddy.
If that happens, that team's going to be fun to watch in a few years. But as of right now, though, in 2020, the nightmare year, Lions win. Like I said, they're
100.
They're overall just a better team right now. I mean, it's just not much to say there. And here's how the shit show continues: Bengals at Indianapolis.
Oh, that's not a shit show. Colts, baby.
Yep, Colts across the board. Rob says 17-14 though. He says it's going to be a close one. I almost picked Bengals here.
Really?
I almost picked Bengals here for one simple fact. I think that Joe Burrows feels embarrassed about last week because this is the first time that I think he actually hasn't played well the entire year. If you watch a lot of his games this year, he's played decently well. Last week, he did not play well against Baltimore. And I think that that's going to piss him off. And Indianapolis has not looked good with Phillip Rivers. They may as well have just kept fucking playing Jacoby Brissett at this point. Or drafting a quarterback. Like, imagine if this team got fucking Herbert.
Yeah, Herbert wasn't even fit. When did they pick?
Herbert was picked by the Chargers.
Yeah, what number was that? I don't remember, honestly.
Oh, it was fucking
15.
It was around there. It was in the teens. But still, like you know what I'm saying though. That was my thinking. But in the end of the day, their defense and their O line is just I think better. You know. Also, I love watching Jonathan Taylor running.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, and that's what's going to get. I think with Jonathan Taylor, and honestly, I think Phillips starting to trust his receivers more, dude. If you get T.Y. Hilton going, I think he took in like 6 of his 10 targets, probably about 70 yards, I think it was. If you can get your receivers moving, dude, start hitting your tight ends. Trey Burton was back for the first time last week. It takes a little bit to get him used to it. I mean, he got three tight ends now. Phillip loves his tight ends. And I think Phillip's going to get it moving back forward. And another big thing is if their big time linebacker Darius Leonard, is he going to be back? He's missed on that defense. I mean, True. If he's back, I mean, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? Be interesting. But I think it's run away either way. I think Colts take this one. Burrows can come back, but he'll come out a little bit better, but it's not going to be anything, Also, by the way, I did Epiphany here, guys. Epiphany. I'm 99% sure the Colts did not have a first-round draft pick last year.
They didn't because they traded it to fucking the Niners for DeForest right? Buckner.
Yes. Yep. Yes. Boom.
Because I remember. Because I remember that because I had that like locked up. I was like, that's the fucking pick. I was like, that's going to be the steal of the whole fucking draft right there. Is fucking Herbert going to Indianapolis? I was like, boom, right fucking there.
Mm-hmm.
And then that trade happened. I was like, well, fuck you then. Bears at Panthers. Going Panthers.
Bears. But Nick, though.
Yeah.
But Nick. But Matt Rule.
Which one do you have more allegiance to?
Teddy Bridgewater and Robbie Anderson connection.
Ooh, okay.
Panthers.
So that's my thing. Is that I still don't think that the Nick Foles experiment, as I'm going to keep calling it from now on. I just don't think it's there. You know, I think that he's had one good game and a good quarter.
Well, I mean, he's only played 2 games, so it's not horrible.
Yeah,
I don't think Nick Foles is the answer by any stretch. I mean, he's serviceable as of right now, but he did what?
Nick Foles is another version of Matt Schaub.
What?
Yep, and it's the same thing with Tyrod Taylor.
Matt Schaub ever completed 72% of his passes like Nick Foles just did?
I mean, he may have. I don't fucking know. I don't remember Matt Schaub's stats.
Maybe the other team pick 6 Matt Schaub. You're comparing to Nick Foles.
Yes, 100%.
Pull those stats up. Not even close.
I'm gonna bring them up right now.
Close.
I'm bring them up right now.
While you're doing that, I will keep talking. the reason I am picking the Panthers here is a couple different reasons. Like I already mentioned, Ted Bridgewater, Robbie Anderson connection, huge. They've been playing phenomenal with one another. Matt Rule, just keep feeding him the rock. Also, big one, I don't think it's going to happen this week, but it's still potential and something you still have to worry about if you're the Bears. And that is a potential return of Christian McCaffrey as his 3-week hiatus is up. He could be back this week. Like I said, I don't think he is going to be.
The interesting...
I want to see more practice there. But then Nick Foles is coming off a huge win against the Buccaneers with the Bears as well.
The interesting thing there, though, will be if McCaffrey does come back, do they go back to how they were playing before he got injured? Or are they going to stay where they are right now? Because remember, before he got injured, they weren't playing so well, like as a team.
Yeah. Brand new head coach, Robbie Anderson, Teddy Bridgewater haven't found their mojo yet.
And trying to force feed McCaffrey the ball. So now...
Well, that's fine. Dude, well, look what they're doing with, what's his name, Mike Davis?
Oh, I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm
still getting the rock.
It's going to be interesting to see, though. Because Mike Davis can just run and put his helmet down and get fucking 5 yards by running through people. McCaffrey ain't that sort of runner, And also, Matt Schaub's last final 2 seasons, he was at 71% completion percentage and 74.6% completion percentage.
On like 3 passes?
Last season, he actually went 50 for 67.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, sir.
My goodness. Not even stats that count.
Sir.
Oh my goodness.
No, he went. He started one game. He started one game. His final. Yeah, last year in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's. So I'm just saying. So with my boy here, Mike Davis. You have 13, 16, 16 carries. You're not going to give those to Christian McCaffrey, but you can take the weight off him. But I guarantee if you gave Christian McCaffrey 16 carries, he's getting you more than 85 yards as Mike Davis is getting.
Okay, fair enough.
And the thing is, they've been using him phenomenally. I think he's been averaging 6-7 catches a game. Those catches go to Christian. It's like almost getting the Alvin Kamara effect. You get that kid the ball in space, and this chance to go for a touchdown every time.
All right.
So.
It's just this shit show keeps going. Jets, Dolphins.
Shit show. It's not even going to be a game. Dolphins by 1 million.
Yeah, Dolphins. I'll pick Dolphins too.
Yeah, it comes simply down to quarterback play, and I hate to say it. Joe Flacco's not the man he never was.
Oh, come on. You saw that Super Bowl run. Ryan
Fitzpatrick is still trying to keep his job.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to keep Tua off as long as he can, but there's some talk about Tua getting in here soon, so it'll be interesting what they do. There's rumors that even if he does keep winning, Tua's still coming off the bench. They're what are they? 1-3, 1-4?
Yeah, something like that. They haven't won a whole lot.
Yeah, so
Scratch has them winning 37-14.
Yeah, it's about where it's going to be.
Yeah, this will be a fun one. I think this would just be a fun one to watch. Just to see what the Dolphins do.
Gets destroyed.
Yeah.
What are they going to do, Frank? I feel so bad for Frank Gore.
Oh man, Frank. Yeah.
So bad for that man, dude. Come on. How can you do that to a guy?
You know what? I do too, but at the same time, though, he's the one who actually signed his name on a contract that said Jets at the top of it.
Maybe he's the only one that they could go with, it's just, he didn't sign for that much. It's just, feel bad for the guy that he's got to go there.
Oh, yeah.
Even Adrian Peterson's in a better situation. And Frank Gore's a better runner.
All right, so we got...
Quote me there.
We got Packers at Buccaneers.
I also correct myself. The Dolphins are 2-3.
I was going to say, I thought they were
Pack.
2. Yeah, Pack across the board. Rob says it's going to be a really close game, though. It's going to be a 1-point game, 35-34. A lot of high-scoring games.
It is going to be a close game, but does Tom Brady have that killer instinct anymore,
Do the Bucs?
I
think that defense is too young to be able to handle the Pack.
That's true, too. But the big thing is going to be interesting, though. is, and I might have to switch. I don't know. I don't want to switch my pickup because I really think the Packers. But is Devontae Adams healthy? If Devontae Adams is not healthy, you're already without your number 2, Allen Lazard, for I don't know how long. I think he's gone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be enough to scare that defense? I think Chris Godwin is supposed to be back. I don't know for sure, but he should be back.
Well, the other thing as well is that like this is I think this is one of the better defenses that the Buccaneers have seen.
Oh, and the Packers? Packers have good defense.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like I think this is one of the better ones.
Mike's doing some work over there. He's doing well. I'll give him that. But it's that's the thing. So they get to see Jair Alexander against Mike Evans. Good luck. Is Mike Evans still hobbling? If he's hobbling, Jair wins that one hands down. Jair's a shutdown dude. He's one of the best in the game now, and it's looking good, real good. I don't think Tom Brady's going to stand a chance against the Pack. It's not. I don't know. It's going to be a close game, but I think it's going to be even closer without if they really are without Devontae Adams as well. Mm-hmm. He can't stay healthy, but as Rob knows, he's one of the top receivers in the league if he's healthy.
Yeah, true. Rams at Niners. So me and Rob are both going Rams, and Rob is saying the Rams will win 28-21.
Trying to think what I know about this game.
Well, I just saw an article a little bit before we got on stream that was saying, are the 49ers going to start looking for a new quarterback?
If they are, then Rams are going to win this. Rams all the way.
I thought last week with Jimmy G coming back, I was like, God damn, this team's gonna fucking destroy the fucking Dolphins. Jimmy's back. The band's back together again, and then the Dolphins come out and do that to him, and it was like, oh, okay, Miami, like.
Yeah, my only thing is, was Jimmy G rushed back? Was he fully healthy? He didn't look fully healthy to me. I still believe Jimmy could be a good serviceable quarterback. In this league, Bill didn't know what he was doing, I'm going to say, by getting rid of him. But the defense is missing a lot of pieces in San Francisco. They're missing, without Nick Bosa, without Solomon Thomas. It's rough. It's, I think they're even probably saying they're missing them more than they originally thought they would. Mm-hmm. But the Rams offense is looking good. They're starting to click, even ever since the second half of the Bills game.
Oh yeah,
good. They got Cam Akers back last week, so they got a three-headed backfield back there. They might taper it down to 2, but Cam Akers is going to start coming into his own here down the stretch. I'm hoping because I traded for him from J.K. Dobbins, so hopefully.
Also, the other thing as well. Honestly, let's just throw this in there. 2 words: Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald's a stud. And that does not need to be said.
Yeah. Chiefs at Bills. Me and Rob are both going Chiefs 37-28.
Oh, man. This is going to be the one, huh?
I had to do it.
I know. I understand. It's tough. It's tough, but... I'm going to go with the Bills.
Let's go. I love it. Hey, I did it with Baltimore, so it's okay. I fully understand where you're coming from. For me, honestly, the big thing is just the fact of the Chiefs just have so like last year the Chiefs showed that they have a lot of weapons, right? Like throughout the season because of different people getting injured or whatnot. This season, the Chiefs are now showing, look, we can get all of them the ball in a single game, and we're going to do it in unique ways that no one in the league has seen yet. And I just think that I don't know. I think last week was a fluke because it was a division game.
Okay. So you think the Chiefs just gonna keep going? Okay. All right. Huh. Well, I'm going against the whole factor that you got to man up when the team gets beat like the Bills did. See, the Chiefs, they were in that game. They blew a lead. They were still in the game. When you get beat like you did against the Titans yesterday, you have to come back and show something. The Bills should be, like I said, getting back Tre'Davious White this week, which will help out the defense a lot. Should be getting back Matt Milano this week. Again, helping out a lot. Should be getting back John Brown this week. Again, helping out a lot. The Chiefs are going to be missing Sammy Watkins with his injury. So we'll see where that takes them. The defensive line is good. I think we were talking about it last week. I don't think it was on here, but it was just in us talking. But with Chris Jones, obviously, 1A, 1B with Aaron Donald, I think I made that pretty clear. I think going into it, you know who you're going to. You're coming back home. Home field advantage. I'm still giving it to. It's not obviously as big as it would be if people were actually there, but I think they'll come back. Josh will make the necessary adjustments, come back, and he'll play a little more carefree and return back to his MVP form he was looking like at the end of the year. We're going with it. Sticking with the boys.
And the final game of the week, we have Cardinals at Cowboys.
Going with the red ones.
I'm going with the Cards.
Who's Rob going with?
Rob technically is going with the red one.
Oh, that's what I'm going with. The one with the red hair.
Oh, okay. Well, you said the red ones. All right, so I'm going Cardinals. You guys are both going Cowboys. All right.
This is simple.
This is simple. He says simple.
You know why? Why are you going the Cowboys? Why are you going? Let me hear yours. I want to go this.
Well, I'm going Cards.
Yeah.
Because the Cowboys' defense is complete and utter suspect, and I think the Cardinals will take full advantage of it.
Interesting.
Now,
I think it's going to be better. You know why it's going to be great? Because was it Herm Edwards, I want to say? Herm?
Probably. I got to hear what quote you're going to bring up.
No, it's actually... what?
I was going to say probably. I was like, let me hear what quote you're going to say.
No, I think this is actually Tony Dungy that actually said this. One of them were... I'm going Tony Dungy. He said, because he's the one that's the analyst, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said this might be a blessing in disguise for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 100%.
You know why?
Isn't this his contract year?
I don't care about that. I'm not talking money. That sucks for him. He deserves to be paid. He's been playing well. Because now they can get back to their Cowboys football. You can hand Zeke the ball. They need to hand Zeke the ball. Yeah. Andy Dalton is a good quarterback. He can get through with play action.
This is the best set of receivers he's ever had.
Oh, exactly, 100%. Best set of talent he's had around him in ever.
Yeah.
He will be able to hand the ball off to the best running back he's ever had.
So now
he will have the best offensive line he's ever had.
Oh yeah.
Hand the ball off, let him run, do your thing, Andy. You're not going to throw for 400 yards like Dak was.
No.
You're probably not even going to throw for 300 yards. Throw for 300 or throw for 200, 225. Take care of the ball. You guys win the game. Also, the top defensive lineman for the Arizona Cardinals is now out, and I believe for the year.
Yep.
I think
Chandler Jones is. Yep.
Chandler Jones is done. So I think it's going to be really, really good. Either way, Dallas is winning this division. There's no competition for them. They could win this division probably 6-8.
I think it's showed right now like
6
they're
and
like
8. No, 6-10.
Yeah. It's wild.
That's how bad this division is.
I still don't have faith. I still don't have faith in that defense now. I mean, that ever since that one fucking video, it's made it blatantly obvious. Like as soon as I watched it, and then I've watched just a few different plays here and there, it's like, wow, it really is. Just everyone on that defense just plays so selfishly. They all are playing for themselves, and it's wild. The other thing, though, last final comment that I wanted to bring up with this one: if Andy Dalton stinks it up, like we know he can. Not saying that he will, but like we know he can if he does. Will we start hearing the roars for Kaepernick?
There's 100% no chance Jerry Jones signs Colin Kaepernick.
I mean, I agree. I wanted to throw that.
Okay, let's put it this way. Okay, so you signed Colin Kaepernick. Okay, we're week 6. The Cowboys are 2-4. Okay, You sign Colin Kaepernick. He needs to take 6 days. So even let's say you sign him Tuesday, 6 days before he can even come into the facility and work around. Okay.
Okay.
You're already done with week 7 at that point. Okay.
What's
it's going to take him, minimum 2 weeks to learn the playbook fully to where you can actually put him out there in a game. It's not like a guy you're bringing up off the practice squad. It's not like
of course.
So I'm saying minimum you have him week 9, week 10. Why?
It was something that I saw online and I thought it was interesting.
That's my thing.
They have a week 10 bye. So if they did it now, they could basically put him in after.
I understand that, Rob. Playbook, just hand the ball off to Zeke. Yeah, but it's you don't put a guy out there that's been away from football for 3 years, for whatever it's been, and put him out there. And like I said, you have to have 6 days before you can even bring him into your facility, before you can start throwing to your receivers, before you can start working on timing with these running backs. Like it's just it's week 10. Okay, so week 9, you bring he's ready. Week 9, you wait till then you have a week 10 bye. You're not going until week 11. That's even worse.
Yeah.
Is it worth it to bring him in for 6 games?
It was one of those ones that I wanted to bring up just because I thought it was an interesting that we haven't really heard about. We haven't heard that whole season yet, right? We haven't heard the whole, Cap going to a team. This is the first major injury to a quarterback this season, and it's still quiet. Yeah, and I thought that was kind of interesting. So I thought,
I just don't think it would be a smart move franchise-wise. You already have Dak in a contract year. You signed Andy Dalton to, I want to say, a 3-year contract. Why not see what you got in Dalton with this offense? Why not see if Dalton can run this offense? Maybe you let Dak go. You're not going to bring in Colin Kaepernick at 34, whatever he is.
Yeah.
33, that's not going to happen. It's just you're setting your franchise back there. I mean, it's the same thing as, honestly, I'm going to compare the same thing as the Buccaneers. You're setting your franchise back by bringing in Tom Brady. Yeah, you might win one now. He's obviously on the decline. I mean, can you argue that?
No.
He's not.
If you're a Buccaneers fan and next year's draft you do not, like you say, like, oh, I want him to draft, insert any position that isn't a quarterback immediately, you're an idiot.
I want to see them trade for Sam Darnold.
That would be interesting. I don't think that'll happen, mind you.
So,
I mean, actually, I could see it happen.
I want to see that happen.
I could. Actually, I could. If the Jets get the number 1 pick, and they get a chance to get fucking Trevor there, I can easily see them trading Sam Darnold off and getting another pick and trying to build around
Trevor.
Yeah. Yep. Well, all right, everybody. That's the end of the Week 5 review, Week 6 preview show. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Let me know what some of your guys' picks are down in the comments down below. And as always, depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Stay out of trouble, stay safe, and
I don't get to say anything.
We'll talk to y'all later. I mean, that's usually when I wait there.
What?
At that point.
For me.
At that
I'm
point.
the one that's supposed to say this stuff.
All right, then you said you run right through it.
All right, everyone. There's different colors: reds, greens, blues. Just remember, Skittles taste the rainbow. Good night.
The fuck was that one? Bye. later.